Brian here from lawnandhome.com, and we created the ultimate guide to moving and remodeling. And this is to be a help for homeowners so they can make a wise decision. Home purchases is usually the largest investment of many people. So we need to make sure that you're buying properly. You're buying at the money you're making now, not hopeful money down the road. And you want to make it affordable. You don't want to get into a new home and it be too tight. You need to factor in, okay, is the drive going to be further? Well, if so, you're going to be spending more gas. Well, you need to figure that in your budget. If it's a bigger home, your utilities are going to be more. You need to factor that in. So we don't want you stepping in to a home that's going to blow your budget and cause stress to your family. So we want you to make a wise buying or remodeling decision. And, like I say, consider a budget for either or, and you decide what you want to spend, and, try to stick to it. If you choose to remodel your home, make sure you choose a licensed general contractor, local contractor. You are now stepping into a venture with a contractor, and you are the investor. So you need to make sure that you choose wisely. Make sure he's licensed with your city, make sure he's fully insured, workman's comp, ask questions. Does he have in-house workers, or is he going to sub all this out? Make sure you do your homework. And remember, remodeling, you're not going to recover 100% of your value of what you spend typically. You might hit 70% in return. So keep that in mind. If you're considering buying or selling a home, make sure you get a top-notch realtor, someone who's been doing it for a while. What I've seen the last 6 months, there has been a ton of new realtors stepping into the market. And these are not the people you want. You want seasoned professionals. And I'm sure you have a family member that just started, and you're going to have to tell Aunt Lucy no. And you're going to make grandma mad, but who cares? Like I said, this is a large financial decision for you. So make sure you hire a top-notch realtor to help you out through this process. There's a lot of sneaky cost in buying and selling a home. If you buy a home, you want it to look great. And it's no different when people come to buy your home. They're going to want it to look great. So they're going to ask for upgrades and want you to fix stuff. So there's going to be some extra fees there. Then you're going to have fees of that's going to go to the realtor, and fees at closing, and there could be more fees within there. And then of course you'd have moving costs and anything for the transition expenses, storages or anything like that. So keep that in mind. And what we created on our blog, I'll put a link to it down in the description below. It has all the numbers for every city in Kansas City. So you can run the numbers of what it looks like if I upgrade 20% in house, and it shows all the fees and stuff, or do I spend that 20% for remodeling? So it kind of shows you both. So if you're a numbers guy, you'll love that. If not, I recommend not looking at it. But what we're going to do, we're going to look at the pros and cons. I wanted this to be neutral, so you can find what makes sense for you and your family. With the market being real hot right now, people are wanting to run and sell, and it could be a very wise decision for you, or it could be an unwise. So some things to think about. It might make sense to move when your current home needs more living space, doesn't have a big enough yard, doesn't have a basement or enough parking, if it has bad neighbors or neighbors with annoying animals or neighbors who are pulling down values in the neighborhood, it might make sense. If you have bad schools, if your home has too many stairs, if you're aging, if it's just poorly designed or built. There's many homes around here that are just poorly designed, and it'd be wise maybe to get out of it quick. If your home is surrounded by problematic traffic issues, if your home stirs up bad memories, or, like I said, it would make sense to sell if you can sell quickly at a premium price and in return find a home at a good price. And, there's just sometimes it's time for a new neighborhood. It's time to upgrade. You've worked hard, and, that's okay. So if you're looking to buy a home, something that might make sense for you a reason for you to buy it, is because it has a larger yard for the kids, or maybe a smaller yard to mow if you're getting older. If the home has more square footage, or maybe even if the home has less square footage, if you're looking to downsize. If it meets your family's growing needs, if it's designed or built better than your current home, it would make sense. If it's closer to schools, work, shopping, family, it makes sense. If it's a safer neighborhood with a quality HOA, it might make sense. Or especially if you're buying and the home is distressed and so underpriced, and you're able to get into it and get some quick equity, maybe just by freshening it up, throwing some paint on it or whatever, it might make sense for you to buy that proposed home. It might make sense for you to remodel your current home if you're already in the perfect neighborhood, if it's close to schools, family, friends, work. If you're wanting to age in place, if you're older and you're like, I don't want to move, it would make sense to remodel. It makes sense if your home's becoming distressed or just dated. Even if you're like, okay, I'm only going to stay here 10 more years, it might make sense to remodel it so it's nice while you're there. Just don't get crazy in your remodel. It makes sense if you need more living space to remodel. If your children's friends and school is close, it makes sense to stay so that they don't have to make new friends. If your home has sentimental value, or you just, all the great memories you've had there, you don't want to leave, it makes sense to remodel. So, we want you to make a wise decision, and that's why we're doing this. And, if you do sell your home, we want you to get a premium price out of it. If you do remodel, we want it done correctly so you can enjoy it while you're there. And then when you do sell, you'll get a premium price because it was done correctly. Keep in mind, there's joys and pains of moving. Just the hassle of boxing everything up and, moving across town or whatever. It's just no fun. And of course, the home you move to, you already have in mind where you want to do more stuff. Upgrade it certain ways. So, you're still probably going to get into remodeling either way. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of remodeling your home, it can be exciting. And for others, it just sucks the life out of them. If you can't handle noise and dirt and things being out of place, your parking place having lumber piled in it, remodeling might not be for you. It might just be best to move on. If you can't handle a lot of people in and out of your home, you get strangers coming in the morning and they might even be there when you get home, you probably don't want to remodel. If you don't like surprises, you definitely don't want to remodel, because a wall can look pretty, but you go ripping it open and I have horror stories. I might do a video on that sometime of stuff that's been found behind walls, treasures and nightmares. So, we want you to use this as a neutral tool to make a wise buying decision. So, financially, you can afford it and live with your decision. And I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you.